Repair your credit like the pros. Chapter 2. How to properly dispute negative accounts. Part 2. How to order your report successfully the first time. The following is a sample letter for ordering your credit report by mail, so that you don't have to type it out. You will find instructions on how to get all of the template letters in a doc file at the end of this book. Note, with your request, it is best to include a copy of your photo ID, like a driver's license, and a document that verifies your name and address, like a utility bill or any other kind of bill. Even though it might seem like a hassle, the ID is used to prevent fraud and identity theft. One of the excuses credit bureaus use to stall on fixing your credit is to say you did not provide proper identification, so don't let them use that on you. Another one is their excuse is, we can't read the address on your driver's license, so get a large, clear copy of your ID. You should not order your credit report by phone. It would be too easy for someone to impersonate you, and then they would have all your personal information. And remember, you must first order your current report, dated within the last 12 months, before you can dispute it. When sending your letter, use standard number 10 business envelope and a first-class stamp. Your request will be processed within 15 days from the time they receive your letter. You can request a report from all three bureaus at the same time using one letter at this one address. Annual Credit Reports Request Service, P.O. Box 105281, Atlanta, Georgia 30348-5281. Letter number 1. To request your credit report by mail. You want to put your name, your address, city, state, and zip, date of birth, social security number, your previous address, if you have lived at your current address less than 2 years, city, state, and zip code. You want to address it to its Annual Credit Report Request Service, P.O. Box 105281, Atlanta, Georgia 30348-5281. You want to date it, and then the intro. Dear Credit Representative, please send me my annual credit report from all three credit bureaus. Sincerely, your signature. Below your signature, type your name below. Here's the request letter. Step 2. Dispute the negative item with the credit bureau. Be careful to dispute your negative item only with the credit bureaus that record it. For example, if your late payment with Visa shows up only on your Equifax, then dispute it only with Equifax. You certainly do not want to stir up trouble with Experian and TransUnion, where there is none. Remember, not all companies report to all three credit bureaus. The easiest way to do this is to use the credit investigation form. This form will come to you with this packet of letters in the DOC file, so you don't have to recreate it. It is not shown here because it doesn't format well with Kindle platform for those of you who read on Kindle. By law, the credit bureaus must consider your request to investigate. If they cannot verify that negative item is true, accurate, and complete, then they must delete it. The law is on your side. Innocent unless proven guilty. The burden of proof is on them. The credit bureau must respond to your request to investigate within 30 days, plus mail time. Either they will delete the negative entry from your credit report, or they will claim it has bin verified as accurate. They delete it, you're happy. If they claim it has been verified, you go on to the next step. This is perfectly normal, so don't get bummed out and quit. Use the address on the credit report you receive by mail for sending in the credit investigation request form. I'll try to get that. Many people have had great success with this form over the years. I've had loan officers ask me for this form to use for themselves. They have had old collections deleted, raised their scores, and the next thing I knew, they were calling me with the great news that they were buying a lovely home. Step 3. Dispute the negative item with the company. If the negative item you disputed came back verified, it doesn't mean they really verified it. See the chapter titled, What the Credit Bureaus Don't Want You to Know, for the inside scoop. For now, just know that your next step is to send a strong yet professional letter to the company, the credit card provider, auto insurance company, or finance company, etc. The burden of proof is on the company who is reporting the negative information. So they need to haul out their records from the archives and prove you were late or failed to make the payment. If they don't do this, you are entitled to have the late payment deleted from your report. If they have the date wrong or your account number wrong, then the information is not accurate and you have the right to request that it be deleted. Once they receive your letter, they must spring into action and respond within 30 to 45 days. It is illegal for them to ignore your letter, toss it aside, or forget about it. Accordingly, you should send the dispute letter by certified mail. That way they cannot claim it never arrived because someone has to sign for it. And then the tag on the envelope comes back to you. So you have legal proof, just in case you need it. More about this step later. I suggest starting with one of the letter templates I prepared and then editing it as needed. This makes it super easy for you because you fill in your personal information using the DOC file template and print it out. You don't have to compose something out of thin air or type it all in from scratch. There is no sense in reinventing the wheel when these letters have already been proven to work. These letters are similar to the very same letters used by attorneys and credit restoration services. Everyone uses a variation of the same basic letter. It challenges the information, cites the law, and demands correction.